What's up, guys? Go back to our review and say, well, we gotta talk about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and now what is now we'll assume that with the Tom Cruise Iron Man that he was going to make an appearance as a cameo in Multiverse of Madness, but then didn't. But now in an interview with the Rolling Stone and an interview with Michael Waldron, the writer of the film, and they asked him as to why the Tom Cruise Iron Man didn't make an appearance in Multiverse of Madness after all, in an interview with the Rolling Stone and things like that. So in this video, I'm going over the interview with interview with Michael Waldron as to why Tom Cruise Iron Man didn't make an appearance in Multiverse of Madness as a cameo, and what it meant for the film as well. But if you're new here and you enjoy stuff like this, then be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on videos like this in the future. So let's get into it. And now, in the interview with Rolling Stone with Michael Waldron, the writer of the film, and they asked Michael Waldron these questions as to why Tom Cruise Iron Man was in Multiverse of Madness, and they asked him this. Fans were totally right about Patrick Stewart appearing as an alternate Professor X, but totally wrong about Tom Cruise, who had been slated to start as Iron Man years before Robert Downey Jr. showing up as an alternate Iron Man. Did the fans just totally make up the Tom Cruise thing? And Michael Waldron responded saying this: yeah, that was totally made up. I mean, there's no cut footage of Tom Cruise, but I love the Tom Cruise, and I said to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige at one point, I was like, could we get Tom Cruise Iron Man? I remember reading that in a cool news back in the day that Tom Cruise was going to be Iron Man, and then they went on by asking him. So it's totally made up by the fans, but also trying to make it up is what you're saying, and he responded saying this: yeah, exactly. As I was being talked about online, I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then it went up by saying this. So what did Kevin said when you asked him about that? And then he responded by saying, well, I mean, he was shooting Mission Impossible 7 and 8. Finally, and they asked him, so to be totally clear, did anyone reach out to Tom Cruise? And Michael Waldron responded by saying, I don't believe so. I don't think it was ever an option because of availability. And now, what do you mean by this? This is like whether Tom Cruise Iron Man not being a Multiverse of Madness because I don't know if this is like a spoiler, but a spoiler warning. And other for those who haven't seen Multiverse of Madness, I mean, but we saw like multiple cameos in Multiverse of Madness, including the Illuminati. When the cameos such as John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four, and with all other cameos as well as such as Haley Atwell's like Captain Carter, the first Avenger, and Tom Cruise Iron Man not being in Multiverse of Madness. I think that would make the cameos like too much, especially for Multiverse of Madness and how big this movie was. And now, especially for the actor himself, Tom Cruise, because they can't just like get someone like Tom Cruise to get off of his busy schedule, especially if he was working on the Mission Impossible films, especially for 7 and 8 to come work on Multiverse of Madness, especially to go to all that stuff and work, especially for a costume fitting, especially for stunt training and stuff like that. And plus for Multiverse of Madness, if someone was going to make a cameo in Multiverse of Madness, like they had to go through a lot of stuff. Plus, especially for Tom Cruise, he's such a busy actor. Plus, he has like so many movies coming out, especially for the upcoming Top Gun Maverick and for the Mission Impossible films. I think like it would be really cool if we had Tom Cruise as Superior Iron Man making an appearance as a cameo in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I think that'd be really cool. But like for the fact that like if like Tom Cruise Iron Man was going to be in Multiverse of Madness, it would take away the main focus of the film, which like there's like a Doctor Strange and Wanda story. But I think it would be really cool to have Tom Cruise Iron Man making an appearance as a cameo in Multiverse of Madness, and I think that'd be really cool. But especially for the fact that the film's out already and spoils, I think they got like enough cameos already, especially for John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic and Captain Carter's and Haley Atwell. as like Captain Carter, the first Avenger, and especially for the Captain Marvel variant as well. So yeah, I would love to see Tom Cruise Iron Man making an appearance as a cameo in Multiverse of Madness, even though it was only made up though by fans, especially that was like fan art and concept art of Tom Cruise Iron Man, especially for the leaks and stuff like that. So that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know thoughts and comments down below, and what are your thoughts on Tom Cruise Iron Man and not being in Multiverse of Madness explained by the writer, and what you love to see like Tom Cruise appearing as Superior Iron Man in Multiverse of Madness. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the notification bell for future videos, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.